Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
Threescore and several years ago, a person was brought forward. That person would be me. It was with the idea that all things are not equal. It was with the idea that not everyone is a winner. It was with the idea that not everyone is a loser. And the best that we can hope for is to die in our sleep. With these truths being self-evident, I have a daydream. That daydream is to lead this nation, nay, this world, into a glorious future of mediocrity. A world where every household will have an endless supply of toilet paper, and where all of our Australian brothers and sisters will never be considered below us, even though they are down under. A world where our Canadian allies will never have to say, "I'm sorry," just for being Canadian, or to be ridiculed for not knowing that their bacon is just round ham. A world where the British will never have to be reminded that they had to ask the Yanks, the Canucks, the Aussies, and the Kiwis to bail them out of not one, but two world wars. A world where the French will never have to speak French again, so that everyone can understand them when they say, "We don't surrender," and they can fight for their own freedom. I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger, and I am running for president in 2020. And I approve this message. Hello, and welcome to the Grumpy Vlogger Show. I hope everybody's doing okay. Mel's either still, oh, there he is. He's coming in right now. So we'll just go ahead and introduce the man with the golden voice and the scraggly beard. The man who is a legend in his own mind, if nobody else's. None other than Mel from 400 AGL.
Well, hello there, Lloyd. Good evening. Good evening. I'm doing well. And you know what?
Yeah.
The legend in my own mind bit?
Yeah.
My own mind's the only one that matters to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know. I think the
Somewhere
same
I
thing.
got a screwdriver laying around here I'll use to tighten up the loose screws I got up there sooner or later.
Well, did you hear the joke that I told Greg earlier? His story?
No, I did not.
Well, I'm going to share it with everybody because to me it was kind of funny. So there's this old couple. It's Lou and Edna. And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And Edna wakes up and rolls over, and Lou's not in bed. So she gets up. She wanders out. And there's Lou sitting at the kitchen table, cup of coffee in hand, kind of looking out in the dark, just watching the world go by, with a tear rolling down his face. And she says, "Lou, what's the matter?" He says, Do you remember when we were young and we could do all sorts of things?" She says, "Oh, yeah, I miss those days." She says, "Do you remember when we used to make love all the time?" And she goes, Oh yeah, I remember those days very fondly." "Do you remember when your dad caught us in the back seat of the car going at it pretty hard and heavy?" She says, "Oh, yeah, I'll never forget that." "Do you remember when he put the gun to me and said, 'You're either going to marry her or you're going to jail for 30 years?'" She goes, "Yeah, I remember. I would have been released today."
Oh, that gets a double.
It was a good one, wasn't it? Because all of a
Yep.
sudden, it takes just a second for, I would have been released today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard that one today, and I told it to Judy, and she just busted out laughing. Then she says, "That's not funny." I said, "Then why are you laughing?" She says, "Because it's true."
Yep. Yep.
Anyways, I thought I'd start out the show with a good joke. I have found a place where I can get some really good stories that fit that fits me. So old guy jokes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so Mel, what's been going on with you in the last couple of days?
Oh, just crazy. We went over to Russellville, Arkansas yesterday, and met up with Roosevelt from Blind Natural and John from Mappers 2, and we did a little bit of flying. We met up to go flying, but we spent more time sitting around the picnic table yakking than we did flying. But we did a fair bit of flying.
Yeah, I saw
Hello,
you'd gone
Steve.
live. I saw you'd gone live, and well, actually, you
Yeah, I
called.
decided to go ahead
Yeah.
and do the live from there and
Yeah,
let everybody see what we had going on.
right. And then you called me and said, "Hey, I'm live," and I said, "Yeah, so am I." Right,
Yeah.
right in the middle of Art's show.
Yeah, you were on Art Show. Yep.
You forgot.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So let me do a little housekeeping here real quick, and we'll start at the top of the list and just move on down. First, drone shots. Jody got here real early. Jay Bird came in right behind him. Then Bill from Coast to Coast Drones, and then Artco and Tater Rogers. And I really appreciate all you guys being here. I really do. And well, Nightbot's here, and I see you're here too, Mel. Said Bob Casey.
I show up like a bad penny.
Yeah, well, so do I. Let's see who else we got here. We got Bob Casey. I know we got Ray Kelly, yeah, and Grant and Steve. Well, Jeff came in, and then we got Steve just dropped in. Rick Halbur's here. Good. Glad to see you, Rick. And, of course, can't forget RL Photography, Mr. Ron Lockwood. And let's see, who else have I missed? Thunderbird 6, you just showed up. Oz by Drone is here. Yeah, Metro Drones. Welcome. And let's see, did I miss anybody after that? No, I think, Phantom
you got
Hodges
Jim.
Drone.
Paul, Phantom Hodges,
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Metro.
Yeah, I got Metro. I got Metro. Got Matt. And did you say Jim? Is he here?
Yeah, Jim Boyd.
No. Where? I missed
Well,
him.
don't act so excited. He's your running mate.
No,
for
I know
crying
he's
out
my
loud.
running. You know what the problem is? Let me put on a live chat and see. Remember, folks, Jim from Help at Home Jim is here. Yes. Remember, put it on live chat, not pop chat. You miss some good conversations that way.
You miss things, yeah.
Yeah, like me. Well, welcome to everybody, including Jim Boyd. I'm glad you're here. He is my running mate. There it is, right there. He said hi to me. Yeah. So, okay. So what else we got going on?
I got a folded up piece of paper in the mail today.
You got a folded piece of paper in the mail.
Yep.
What
Yep.
was it?
And, it just looks like a folded up piece of paper, right?
Right.
Well, you know what it really is?
What is it?
A motor for a Tiny Hawk,
Oh,
courtesy
yeah.
of Rick Halbur.
Well,
and it-
excellent.
Came in a padded envelope in a folded up piece of paper, and when I first pulled it out, the motor fell on the floor, and I didn't notice it, and I thought, well, what the heck am I getting a piece of paper for? Then I found the motor. It's so small that,
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I get to solder the connector on the end of it so I can plug it onto the circuit board and see if I can fix the motor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I may have just noticed a problem right from the start here because it's not the
That's
whole
very
motor.
nice of Rick to do that.
Very nice of Rick to do that. In fact, it's the second one because the first one got lost somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Amazon or somebody lost it.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I see why. It ain't big as a minute,
Yeah. You got to solder it or solder it.
Well, what I'm really hoping is that the part that I need is all I really need to have. And wouldn't you know it? Oh, in this bag, let me see. Did I see it?
Better put your bifocals on.
I might have to.
Look there. Let's see if we can do this right. Okay. Is it working? Yep. Hang on. Let me turn your audio on. There we go.
And why can't I hear you?
Why can't you hear me?
We tested this.
Yeah. And you're on the
there you
show.
go.
Do you hear me,
now.
Greg?
Can you hear?
But it's cutting out a little bit. But let me just share, yes, you do need to solder it, Mel, not solder it. But the purpose of, the interruption today was to share.
I could weld the aluminum instead of weld the aluminium too,
I didn't get that. It was breaking up again. But the purpose of the chat today was briefly to share. I've been looking at some of the challenges with streaming. And this weekend just passed, I had some challenges on my own program where things were not working and there was lots of delays and all sorts of stuff. But I think I worked it out. My show doesn't suck enough.
Doesn't what?
Suck up enough.
Well, the problem is I found out that my computer is getting too hot, not because of any of the software or anything like that, but it's actually just, it needs to be vacuumed out. I actually found out that even right now, just using one program using Skype, my GPU temperature is getting up to, right now as we speak, 98 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is for those people who are using Gaelic, but in the metric system, it's 98 degrees Celsius.
That's probably about 120, 125 degrees. Or I used to know.
Whatever it is, 100 is boiling point, so it's getting pretty hot.
Yeah.
And that's not doing anything.
Oh,
so
wait a minute,
I actually did some testing. So if anyone's ever having trouble streaming and you're wondering why your CPU is, not enough grunt to do funky stuff, go and vacuum your computer out. Now, of course, that'd be wonderful if I didn't have a Mac, which you can't actually pull apart, but that's another story for another day.
Right.
Compressed air from an air compressor.
Yeah,
the little
I'm going to give it
cans
a go.
don't get it.
Yeah.
The little cans because they have the propellant in them that can cause moisture. But if you get just a regular air compressor and blow it out, that should help.
I'm getting
I
some
do
weird
that
audio.
with my
I
tower.
kind of hear little bits of what Mel's saying and yourself, Grumpy. So even though we did test this before and it was working perfectly today, there was no problem. Maybe your show sucks as well, and you need to vacuum your computer out as well.
Be.
And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Right. We'll see you, Greg. Everybody else could hear you, though. That's good. So, all right.
Yep.
Thank you, my friend. That was fun. We did, guys. We tested this out. About an hour and a half ago, or longer.
5:30 p.m. Yep.
5:30. Yeah, we tested it out. broadcast it to Greg's RTMP server to make sure it was working and he could hear it. Everything was fine. But then it started cutting out on him. But we could both hear him this time. Last time, I think you could hear him, Mel, but I couldn't hear him. So we're one step closer. It's just the nature of the beast. So anyways, let's see. What was I going to talk about? Well, I'll tell you what. I actually was going to share some pictures, but I didn't get them transferred over fast enough. But just, I'll see if I can.
There's Mitch. Let me ask Mitch a technical question.
Oh, okay.
Real quick,
Yeah.
while you're looking for that.
Yeah, well, I'm looking to see if it came in.
I've got a Tiny Hawk 2 motor here. I'm presuming that's a little bit different than the original Tiny Hawk 1, but I think it'd be easier just to change that C-clip that holds the motor together rather than try to solder the ends on the connector and all that and install the motor. Wouldn't that be easier?
Well, it might be.
I have to check the numbers on this motor anyway and make sure if they match the other one or not, because I don't know. But the C-clip on the back, you know, the part that I tried to take apart to clean the motor and it went flying.
Yeah.
If I did that in a more aware, more controlled environment, I could probably just put this C-clip on that other motor that's already installed.
You can just cut the front off of a box and then set it inside the box to where you've got the back and the three sides, or two sides, you know, and so it's surrounded, and do it in there.
Of boxes.
Yeah.
That might help.
It says if you have tiny fingers.
Anyway, not happening in my hands.
Yeah. Well, anyways, as everybody knows, we had Mother's Day weekend. I was trying to get this transferred over my computer. I still have problems. I took a picture with my iPhone, and it takes too long for it to go to. Some days it just aggravates me. So I'm going to just hold my phone up to the camera and show it and see if we get some glare. Let me put me on this shot here. And then, let me turn on Mel's audio. So this is what I got. What? It's green.
Well,
yeah.
The light behind it, the window is
killing it. Yeah.
The problem.
Yeah.
You need you need to move it to a solid background and then take another picture.
Yeah, take another picture. What that is, guys, is a bonsai tree. Judy asked me for a bonsai tree. I've bought, a lot of the little ones you can buy at Walmart or over at, Lowe's and places like that. Home Depot, garden department. Anyways, I've bought them and killed them and bought them and killed them. And so, she asked me she says, I want you to start reading up on it and studying it. And then I want to get one. Well, I went down there to pick up. I was going to try and get one because I kill them all the time. And they didn't have any they were out of them at Lowe's. So I went online and I ordered her one. That thing is, it's about, if I get this, if you get an idea, it's about 2 foot, it's between 18 to 22 inches, I think, is height from the top of the, from the base up to the top as it goes back and forth. And I found out the secret is watering. They're like a tree. They drink a lot of water. And because they can't just spread their roots out as far as they want, they can only go inside that 12-inch rectangular base. You've got to provide the water that they can't reach out and get. Okay. Cool. So anyways, that particular one is a 10-year-old bonsai, and it's a miniature juniper, and it's a bonsai, so it's miniature, but it's a juniper, and it is really cool. But yeah, you got to water it every day, and it's already got, just since we got it back. But the fun was trying to get it out of the box, because they put it in this box that was, 2.5 foot wide by about 3 foot deep. It's a 2.5 foot square or thereabouts. Big box. And of course, I popped the top and I look at it and I thought, there's no way I can lift that up. So I cut down I used my special knife, like one you got, Mel, and I slid down, slit down the sides, and I pulled up that front forward. Oh my God! I had an avalanche of foam peanuts. They were going everywhere. I mean, we're talking. I filled up 2 boxes of peanuts. 2 boxes with these peanuts. It took us 30 to 40 minutes to get that thing out, because I finally stuck a box under there and started moving them in. But those things were going everywhere. I'm trying to keep the dogs from getting. They don't need to be eating those things, and they're thinking, oh, toys or snacks. Like, oh my God, but they did pack it well. It came through just fine, but it was Judy and I were both scrambling, and I mean, they had it completely surrounded. It's in the tree, and so I had to shake the tree out, and everything else to get them dad-burned peanuts out. It was, but she's happy with it.
Remember when you were telling me about that yesterday, I think it was, on my drive home from Russellville?
Yeah.
And you said that you had one before and you killed it, and maybe this one will last a little while before you kill it?
Yeah.
Remember you were telling me that?
Yeah, that's the reason.
Ray Kelly has a great suggestion.
What's that?
Is Judy listening?
No.
If it does die, just paint it green, and Judy will never know the difference.
There you go. Yeah, or I'll take it. What I'll do is I'll take it down to Hobby Lobby and have their florist department put some artificial leaves and stuff on it and wrap it and spray it, and they can make it look real.
Yeah.
She'll never know. Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Well, I figured by buying one that was 10 years old, it'd take me at least a year to kill it. That's my hope.
Nah, maybe.
Maybe. I usually kill them in a week. So.
Hold your thumb up.
Yeah, neither one of them are green. You can see them both on the green screen. No? Yeah. They would, they disappear if, I'm holding them up as green screen. Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, so that's what I got her.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what I got her for Mother's Day. And you put them, of course, they come in these ceramic planters. And like I said, it's I think it's a 12-inch planter. And so then you're supposed to put them in a tray that has rocks in it, and you put a little water in that tray, not to water the plant, just to have evaporated moisture around it, because they're called oh crap, my mind just went blank. God, I hate that.
They're not called crap.
No, they're not that.
Yeah.
It's just one of these. It's humidity tray.
Okay.
Squirrel moment. Yeah, I had a squirrel moment. Yeah, and it creates humidity out of that. So, I went ahead and ordered one, and Judy's not listening. She doesn't know it, but she said, "Oh, I really love that, but I'd like to get a small one too, like one of those azaleas that you were pointing out, the miniature azaleas." I ordered it for her. I got her. It's a 2-year-old miniature azalea, and it'll be in, I think, Wednesday. I just got notice, so yeah, I'm turning it into. Telling Chris Hope about it, so I'm turning it into Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, hey, if it's a reason I can. What the hell? Something just jumped.
Well, we gotta.
I don't know what that was. I think Grunt Force 1 is falling apart.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We gotta ask Bob how his new drone is. Has he flown it yet?
Oh, did he
Has
get
he
the
unboxed
new?
it yet?
Did he get the new Mavic Air 2?
He did.
Oh man, I
Was
gotta
supposed to
admit,
arrive today, I believe.
yeah, Jaybird has a video out because I think he's already put a video out on his. So, because some of them got theirs on Saturday, I think. So, yeah, we need to find out from him. Oh, Nathaniel
Yeah.
Lee, welcome. Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
if I was going to buy a new drone, if I just got a wild hair and had lots of money and didn't have anything better to do, and I thought I would really use it, that'd probably be the drone I'd buy, because I think it would probably be more suited for me, and I just yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see somebody do a comparison between from it to the Mavic Air original, just to, and I probably ought to look at the specs on that a little closer, but yeah, I think if I was going to get a new one, I'd probably get the Mavic Air 2. Just
If you were thinking about getting a new one, that's exactly the one I would recommend to you.
yeah, I think that would be the one I'd go after. I told Judy, I said, if I get to that point sometime in the next year or so where I can afford one, and I decide to upgrade, that's one I'm going to get, so.
Well, the Flymore pack is right at $1,000.
Yeah, I saw that, about $966 plus tax. So you're talking $1,000.
I saw 988, but yeah, $1,000.
Was it 988? Yeah, okay. I know there's two numbers on the end.
There's
So
Ron from Xeno Nation. Chris
Oh,
Hope
hell-
showed up. Hello, Mr.
all right,
Hope.
yeah, and Ron Brown from Xeno Nation, which comes on right after the Grumpy Vlogger. I did want to say I'm going to talk about something a little more serious. Of course, you and I've already talked about it, and a lot of guys have read some of the stuff I put on Facebook. But back in December, Judy was diagnosed with the doctor said there was a mass there. Well, they looked at it and they did the advanced test. They didn't do the PET scan, but they did the next one below it. And the two oncologists that checked it then said that it was pneumonia, but they wanted to follow up on it. And so then COVID-19 hit, and after we saw the last doctor over in Broken Arrow, we didn't like her. I told her to get stuffed, and had a few choice words with her, and went to the. We actually had an appointment with our regular doctor the next day. So then, he says, "Well, because they're part of our practice, our overall hospital connection, I can't put you with another doctor in there, but I can send you over to the other hospital, and they've got just as good a unit." And well, it just so happens that hospital has a they now run our hospital, so it's they're part of the same clinics or the same overall company, parent company. So they said we could see a doctor here. So anyways, we had to put everything off because of COVID-19. And so Monday, Judy went in for a PET scan, and a week ago Monday, and or a week ago today, and then she had another test on Wednesday. They told her then that test was fine, but then we went and saw the oncologist on Thursday, and he said that the PET scan, which usually, everyone she's had has been clear. This one, he said, they're showing signs of some activity, and we need to go ahead and do a biopsy. So they'll be scheduling that for this week. I don't know when it'll be. Within the next couple of weeks, we'll have the biopsy. But they also, I just got an email notice, so I'm going to have to go check to see what else is on there. But they did several blood tests, and the one they did was a cancer tracer. It traces the enzyme from types of cancer, and hers was in the normal range. And he asked her a couple questions and said, she hasn't lost weight, she's not coughing up blood, it's just she's got this spot, but we need to find out for sure what it is. So Thursday I just we come back from the doctor, and I just really didn't watch a lot of Ken Heron show because we were trying to process it. But Judy's doing better as far as her spirits go and everything, and a lot of people have said, giving us good thoughts and stuff. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So, and I don't know what the newest test, they said there's test results up there for something, so it's probably just her basic CBC and stuff. And as long as we're that's okay, then I think we're in a good place. But we got to get the biopsy, and that's always
yep.
But anyway, so moving right along, let's get off that now. But I just want to give everybody an update that we're looking at cancer again. But the doctor said it's only in the lung. He says, so we can, and that's what that blood test was to see if it had metastasized and gone through the blood anywhere else. And hers was normal, so that's good. So he said we can take care of it. He says we got the technology, as they say.
Good.
So yeah, but
Good.
Anyway, so let's I need to do some cheap commercialism. So remember, you can always buy a coffee cup, and the link is in the description for the store. Don't forget, we got the Grumpy Vlogger shirts, 2 types, depending on whether you're a conservative or a liberal. If you like your liberal and you want to show it, you can buy the one that has the pocket on it has the symbol on the left, one has a symbol on the right, your choice. I also have the trucker hat. That is the front. That is the back. And there is the dad hat, and that's the back of it. And is that everything? I think that's it. Yeah. And there's assorted other things. There's like cases for your iPhone, and a couple other doodads in there you can pick out. Something for the wife. But yeah. Well, we don't know 100% yet, Bob. But we're hoping it's not cancer. We'll know for the biopsy is the formality. We're just keeping it. We're hoping. But yeah. Anyways, I guess I need to do it.
Bob,
where we at?
Bob says the drone for him with the Plymore was $1,043 tax and all.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's not too terrible.
If I buy it at Best Buy,
there was a miscommunication with shipping and all that crap, and they told him it wasn't coming, and then they told him it is, and apparently it's supposed to be at his place tomorrow. So it didn't come in today. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow.
All right. Well, and if I buy one, I'll go to Best Buy because I don't pay sales tax in Oklahoma. So.
Oh, yeah. That saves you.
That's going to save, $9.88
$90,
whatever.
$10%. Yeah,
10%.
$100.
Yeah. Right at it.
So, Jaybird, I got a couple of questions for you on this video you posted. Is that video straight off the SD card? That's no editing, I presume, since the video that you're showing with your maiden flight has your telemetry on it. So I'm presuming that's straight off the SD card. If it is, the colors on that thing are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
If he just took it straight without doing any, just loaded it up and fired it up. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, did he use auto white balance, auto, what was all the camera settings, things like that, because it just really looked good.
He says phone recorder.
You'll get to upload the
You'll
SD
upload
card
SD
tonight.
card
Okay.
tonight. Okay. Still, that's what it's showing through
So
the phone recorder.
that's straight video. That's straight.
Yeah, right off the.
That's straight from the camera. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
man, that looks nice.
Yeah, yeah. He was just in a hurry to upload. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, and he said it's all auto. So,
Yeah.
wow. Start tweaking and imagine what it would be like.
Looks good.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
well.
Yeah, that's the.
Go ahead.
That's the new drone that I would recommend.
If I get one, that's probably the one I'm going to get. So, like I said,
With all the studying I've done on it and everything I've read about it, it's for a very good quality long flight
Right.
budget aircraft.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
phenomenal.
Well, it's got the zoom. Does it have the same camera that's on the?
No, it doesn't have a zoom.
Oh, it doesn't have a zoom. I thought for some reason I thought it did.
No,
Okay,
no.
all right. But it's basically the same
but it
camera
is,
that's on the zoom version, but without the zoom. Or is it the one that's surely it's not like the Pro?
No, it's
Or is it kind of a cross?
It's not a 1-inch sensor. I think it's a 1 over 2/3 if I remember
Yeah,
right.
it's 1
but
over 2/3. Yeah.
It's like a 48 megapixel. Somehow they do stitching and stuff, probably in Magic, and make
Right.
it phenomenal megapixel per
Okay, Ron.
image size.
You be safe.
But the video.
He's got a mission.
Be careful,
Gotta run.
Ron.
Yeah, be careful.
It takes. It does. I want to say 4K at 60 frames, 4K at 30 frames a second. No, 4K at
No,
60
it's
frames
60,
a second,
I think. What I was thinking.
Yeah.
No zoom, Xeno Nation. Thank
so
you, Ron. Yeah, Ron.
Yeah, I knew it didn't have a zoom, but
Okay.
it does zoom though. You put it in sport mode probably, and it'll zoom around pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I bet it will. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it does a phenomenal job.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do my shout out, and the reason I picked who I did is because I've dropped in on his show several times, and he was doing a live stream here last week, and it took time to, he and Ash from Droning On were doing a live show, and they did a shout out when they saw I was in there, said, and I thought, those guys are kind of like up there, well, they're more than 1,000. Let's put it that way. And so I thought, and I've run into him in so many places now, I thought, and he's not here tonight, but I'm going to do it anyways, but this is going to be my shout out of the week, so let me bring it in. And I want to give a shout out to Sean from Geeks Vana, because he and Ash were doing it, and they were both talking. I just said hi to him, and it's like, wow, they were really giving me a good shout out. And I thought, well, Geeks Vana, I've talked to him on, I don't know, he and I've got to talk when he's been on Greg's show and other stuff. So we've gotten to keep in touch with each other quite often. So here lately, so I was trying to think, And I thought, that was nice of him because obviously he and Ash both, they know who I am. And so, sometimes people know who I am and I
Yeah.
wish they didn't, but those guys, I'm glad they do. So, and did you notice I
Yeah,
added
very
music?
cool. Very cool.
Did you notice I added
Yeah.
music to that this time? I've been using Power Director, and I have Power Director 360 right now. And I discovered it has Audio Director. And wow, I just dropped that file down in there. I clicked over to fades. It gave me 3 different styles, one this way, one straight up, or one that went up like that, And so I just
Yeah.
cut that down. I downloaded that as free music that I got with Wirecast. Anyways, and then I cut it down to the 30-second slot, and then just zoomed in and
Let's see. What was that? What was that word you said there?
Wirecast.
Yeah, we got to get this. We got to get the timing right so we block it out.
Yeah. Hey, I say what you
It's
want,
a
man.
family show.
I love having that library. Yeah, it's a family show. I shouldn't use that kind of bad language, should I?
And there's Roosevelt.
Oh, Fly Natural. Yeah. All right. Well, Chris Hope's here too, and I forgot to say hi to him, I think, earlier when he came in. And yeah, it was
Yeah, he's posting links for you.
good,
as usual.
As usual, yeah. And Chris, I always appreciate, and Steve Carpenter does too when he's in. So when he gets the chance, because sometimes
And Bob
he's
even
working.
does some.
Yeah, and Bob
You
does
know,
too.
it's. I don't know how you manage to get all that high dollar help.
I know.
You know,
I know.
you just must have a great credit account or something.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, just write them a check at the end of each month. I don't write them a check
Uh-huh.
at the first of the month because if they cash it, there's money in the bank. So I write it to them at the end of the month because there's never any money in the bank after the.
That's how you do. That's how you do
That's
it.
how it works.
Okay.
I tell them check's in the mail, and I send it to them out at the end of the month when I know that there's no money. You always got to listen to what
What are
I
you gonna
say.
do? What are you gonna do if one of them holds it over a week before they try to cash it? Though?
I'll tell you what. We got this piece of property down by the lake that we have where our cabin's at. And the guy that we're buying it from, we've got, I think it might be paid off in January or February. We're that close to having it all paid off. And
Right.
but this guy, he holds the check till the last week of the month. And I'm sitting there checking my account. And I'm sitting there going, why hasn't this cleared? Why? And, now granted, sometimes I write the check and I forget to take it out of the checkbook and send it to him. So sometimes it's my fault, to give it to him, to get it to him. He says, oh, I'm not worried. He says, you always send it. He says, there's been a couple of months that I didn't even miss it, and it was really nice to get 2 checks at the same time at the first of the next month. But he tends to hold it in his wallet until the looks like I'm getting some buffering, and it could be because we're having it says we're getting buffering. I was getting a little bit of a whoops. Yeah.
I'm not noticing it on the feed,
No?
but
Okay. Yeah.
Not
Well, I
yet.
don't want to hear myself say that all over again. Okay. Yeah, I just looked up and it was yellow for a second, and then I saw the it was reporting I may get some buffering, so I guess it's okay. But yeah,
yeah.
anyways, but yeah. Oh, we're coming up on 10 minutes to the hour. I don't want anybody to forget about Xeno Nation. If you want to get in on some good conversations about drones and information, go check them out right after my show. Well, actually, sometimes it's before my show because I get long-winded and, don't shut up in time.
Can I
Yeah. But
can I share a little something that you might really enjoy?
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you care to put my camera up full screen?
Yeah, where is it?
Because what I'm
There's
going to
co-host
do
there.
is
There we go.
I'm going to play a video shot on a handheld Osmo Action, and I turn the audio off. But if y'all can see that, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping you can see it, you'll get a little bit of a closer up view. But if you notice, that's a bird
Right?
with a white tail.
that
And
an
right
eagle?
here, if we get the camera to go up just a little bit more, you'll see, oh, come on now. I know that thing's tracked better than that.
Everybody's trying to get. Oh, there it is, right
I'll
there.
try to move the video around. Okay.
Oh
Right
yeah,
there you can
there
see
it
it's
is.
a
White tail.
bird with a white tail.
Yeah.
And I think we get a spot where you can see really good. I know we get a spot. Let me find it here. See, I didn't have this prepared. This was last minute
Right,
thought
right,
here to
right.
do this. Maybe that's as close as we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Is right there. There.
Bald-
I don't know
bald
if you
eagle.
guys can see that on the screen or not.
I
in
can
the
see it,
video.
but I don't know if they can. The ones on the
And
watching
because
this
I'm
on
using Media Player, I can't zoom it in, I don't think. Oh, what in the world did I just do?
I don't know.
That really sucks.
Oh, that was almost a.
We had about a 10-minute visit from a bald eagle.
Oh,
And
that's
I just
awesome.
thought that was really, really cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
So, and I don't know how well that's showing up on the screen, but, or if it even is. Doesn't look like right there, it doesn't look like it is.
Well, that was the sun, and there's the. It actually looks like it's. Oh, because this is lengthwise. I know what. Well, I should have played inside that.
Well, I got, this is a little bit cattywampus too. I could move it up a little like that maybe, and it would
Yeah.
help out. But, no, that,
No.
well, okay, that was the wrong thing to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
that
my
didn't work.
goodness.
There you go.
Okay.
It's back again.
Well, at any rate,
I'm sure when you edit it, it will be better.
at any rate, you can tell that
It is
That,
an American eagle or bald eagle.
we had a visit from a bald eagle.
Well, you also had a visit from a bald guy, didn't you?
Had a visit from a bald guy as well, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Roosevelt was there, so
And Roosevelt's actually the one that was holding the Osmo Action camera. I had the pocket in my hand, and I handed
Right.
him the Osmo Action, and John was using his phone trying to catch it. So there's
yeah.
the Three Stooges trying to film a bird flying 40 mile an hour in the air, you know. But yeah, we got some natural footage of a bald eagle flying in Russellville, Arkansas, which was pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome. I'm going to have to look into this and see what it means when, like, I just get this notice here. It says the stream's current bit rate at 4474.68 kbps is lower than the recommended bit rate. And it says open the widget. Well, I'm not going to do it on a live stream because I don't want to kill my stream. But then after you stop the stream, then it, it goes away, and it's like, well, what? So I'm going to have to do a couple of test streams and see what my settings are. But anyways.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
oh, yeah, it's I did put up, guys, you might have noticed that I finally got my videos that are into this month now. I finally offloaded the videos I filmed last week, so I got some good, some more stuff coming up. But yeah, let's see. Is there anything else we need to do? No, we're coming up. We're just about coming up on the hour here.
Coming up to the hour, and I think you're pretty good to go.
Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I want to leave it on a good, good upbeat. I had fun tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I want to give Xeno Nation. I see Brandon Jackson UK just came in. All right, and she was fishing. She kept circling the area around in the water. Okay, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, she was just kept circling just about right over us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we decided to go have lunch.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, she was. Why not you? I showed you the picture of that bonsai tree. Well, not only did I get my show ready today, and we got time to test it, but I actually cleaned out a spot in our bedroom to put up, because Judy wants to be able to see this, so right in front, it's the only window in the house. I cleaned out that whole area and sorted through stuff and carried stuff out to the trash. I actually worked today, and I think I'm getting ready to say goodnight to everybody and put the timer on, and I'm going to go take my second nap of the day.
There you go.
But
I
anyways,
think you had a good show.
Yeah, it was. I really appreciate, and as I said here, I'm going to show this little video because I always want to give Curtis Dart his due. So I'm going to show this little bit, and then I'm going to start I'm going to come back and then start the timer, and say goodbye to everybody. So. Grump Force 1 is getting ready to land. That means the show is coming to an end. I want to thank everybody who has been there in the chat tonight, and all the great thoughts that everybody has been given I know you can't hear over this flipping jet. It's like being in the Air Force all over again. But anyways, now that Grump Force 1 has landed M Park, I am going to start the timer. And again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Don't forget Xeno Nation coming on in just a minute or so. So, everyone, thanks for all the good thoughts and kind prayers and kind thoughts and everything stuff. And keep Judy in your prayers, because we're hoping for the best. And anyways, guys, I'm the Grumpy Vlogger, and I'm out of here. Mel, thank you. Oops, hang on. Where's your audio? Why is your audio?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on. Mel, thanks.
Thank you, Lloyd. Good show. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Take two.
What a way to take two. What a way to end the show. Thanks a lot, Mel, for being here. All right. And
have a
with
good
that,
night, Lloyd. Thank
all
you.
Right.
vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the ado and kindly view me on YouTube.
Threescore and several years ago, a person was brought forward. That person would be me. It was with the idea that all things are not equal. It was with the idea that not everyone is a winner. It was with the idea that not everyone is a loser. And the best that we can hope for is to die in our sleep. With these truths being self-evident, I have a daydream. That daydream is to lead this nation, nay, this world, into a glorious future of mediocrity. A world where every household will have an endless supply of toilet paper, and where all of our Australian brothers and sisters will never be considered below us, even though they are down under. A world where our Canadian allies will never have to say, "I'm sorry," just for being Canadian, or to be ridiculed for not knowing that their bacon is just round ham. A world where the British, will never have to be reminded that they had to ask the Yanks, the Canucks, the Aussies, and the Kiwis to bail them out of not one, but two world wars. A world where the French will never have to speak French again, so that everyone can understand them when they say, "We don't surrender," and they can fight for their own freedom. I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger, and I am running for president in 2020. And I approve this message. And once again, I want to thank everybody who watched tonight. I want to thank my co-host Mel, and by now everybody probably should be over watching Xeno Nation or one of the other great shows that are on. And just keep Judy and I in your prayers. I appreciate it. And again, thanks everybody. I appreciate all the support. I am the Grumpy Vlogger. Be nice to each other. Treat each other the way you want to be treated, and I am the way you want to be treated. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.